Yeah, that went live.
That was live.
That's what she said.
That's not what she said.
Oh, actually, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Almost center. Yeah.
Almost center.
Yeah, we could. That's what she says.
Aye.
Been doing that.
Bah.
We've been doing that a lot since I came back from fucking this goddamn trip. Oh
yeah. Look, see, it looks like we are live. Looky there.
We've already got people in the chat.
Well, just me.
Oh, aw.
Wah, wah, wah. Houston Wrestling Radio. That's what we are.
For who?
Thank you, sir. You're getting all your alcohol, right?
Yeah. More alcohol for me since such and such isn't coming.
Yeah.
The dick.
So we're previewing AEW, and what else are we doing today?
That's it.
All right.
A little bit of the newsy news.
Double or nothing, right?
Yep.
All right, let's hit the boy share button. Boom. Get it shared on our page. Now let me share it to my personal page.
Ooh, you getting personal?
Aye.
Sure, Randy's gonna let you get away with that.
Aye.
Repping my baby mama tonight. Anything for Salinas.
Aye.
Ay, mama.
Ese es Salinas.
Oh. Starting to look like fucking Teen Wolf with this day.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
When are you gonna embrace the fact that you're bald?
Shut the fuck up, you bitch.
I love you, man.
I hate you.
I know that means love.
Bitches.
Don't get mad at me because your garbage disposal don't work.
AEW, not AWE. Aye.
Or AWE.
Yeah, sure. Oh,
that's good. Arnold's missing out.
not yet. All right, post it on my page. Post it on your page.
It's 8 o'clock. You know what that means.
Oh, well, you know what that means. All right, let's see here if I can get this rolling again. Let me go into the actual chat. Uh-oh.
What'd you do?
I don't know. All right, here, just let me close it. Close. Boop. Boop. YouTube. Oh, I was in YouPorn.
Happens quite often.
That's what it was. I was in the wrong account.
There you
go. All right. Boom.
I do that quite often. Thankfully, the coworker that caught me, he's kind of cool.
Live from the landing strip in Houston, Texas. This is the 379th edition of Houston Wrestling Radio. This is Abel.
This is Chris.
And thank you so much for tuning in today, guys.
Yeah.
We very much appreciate it. If you are watching us live, then log into your YouTube account. That way you could chat along with us in the live chat. I'll see it here on my handy dandy smartphone, and I'll involve you as best as I can in this show. So feel free to, chit chat, say hi, talk shit, fact check us, whatever. We appreciate it all. If you're not watching this live, that's okay. You can still interact with us on Facebook, facebook.com/Houston Wrestling Radio.
Oh, that fucker broke. It's been a while.
And they got pills for that.
Yeah. You know the old saying, if you don't use it, you lose it.
You're exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, oh, well.
Yeah.
I got another round of Blue Chew in the cabinet. I'm good to go. Motherfucker, how you been?
I'm doing good.
Oh, man. You want to explain to our fine listeners why we didn't show up for the backlash? episode?
Yes,
that
because
we thought we were gonna do.
because it was backlash and it sucks. No, I was in California. Hector was in
Odessa in the
Odessa.
last minute,
and then you were.
and Arnold had to babysit
Yeah,
because his wife was like actually bringing in the bacon,
yes,
and
yes.
so it was just me, and I didn't want to throw up any flares because, like you just jokingly mentioned earlier, it's backlash.
Which back?
Yeah.
And you're in Puerto Rico.
Oh, I lost sleeves.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah,
You got a little bit of a tan. Look at you.
a little bit. Yeah, but no guns. These are more like straws.
Mhm.
You just, I'll get somebody in the eye once, twice, but that's about all they're good for.
Yeah.
So San Juan was nice. Can't wait to go back.
Nice.
You were in San Francisco.
I was in San Francisco.
Lucky duck.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. Got to eat some good food. Go around. See.
You had some pho?
No, I didn't have any pho. No. I could get pho here.
Yeah, that's true.
What the fuck? I'm not gonna go to California.
You can get a pho anywhere.
You know what? I don't give a fuck. No. We hit up. There was actually a Jewish New York style deli that was right there.
Oh, tell me all about it.
It was actually really good, man.
Yeah?
It was awesome. I had a.
You weren't allowed to watch Disney
pastrami.
Plus in there, though, huh?
Oh man, I had TVs, so yeah, I had pastrami on rye. Man, that thing was. Mwah. And they have like this ice cream place next door, and ooh, man, that ice cream place is the bomb diggity. I had a sundae with a little bit of brownie in there with some chocolate chips, and oh god, woo, it was good stuff. Yeah, but no, man, it was cool visiting the family out there in old Cali. But
a nice little stark reminder of why you shouldn't have any kids.
Yes, that's true. Yes. Grateful for that. But yeah.
A lot of shit happened since the WrestleMania hangover episode we did, which was like 6-7 weeks ago.
Yeah. I don't care.
What's the well, bye everybody. Nah.
I put in all our Facebook messages that we're previewing AEW, sir.
Okay. Do you want to start with that right off the jump, or do you want to talk about the first thing that pops in your mind?
Nah.
Nah, what?
No, notes. You have notes. Come on, let's go on a guided tour here.
To the left.
Yeah.
Shrouded.
That's your right.
Shrouded. Well, to my right. The alcohol's already kicking in. Shrouded in mystery and intrigue.
Ooh.
The aftermath of the Velveteen Dream release. Indulge.
Velveteen basically.
Right.
Thank you. Yeah, that's your right. This is Velveteen pretty much say I didn't do it. Which big surprise. It wasn't me. I mean, I don't know why this is such a big news and big deal when people are like, "Oh my God, we're gonna completely swing our opinion one way." I mean, of course he's gonna say he didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, as far as I'm concerned, I'm still stuck back at square one on this. Where with square one with me for him is, I don't really know what the fuck to think. You know?
Does his timeline or his rationalization of the timeline to try to clear his guilt, claim his innocence, make any sense to you? That to keep the character the way the character is, it would behoove the character's interest to involve personal litigation so that those two identities wouldn't be blurred. So he tried to just leave it alone and hope that it would, in essence, go away.
Give me Dingy.
Oh, yeah! Fuck Arnold.
I forgot that we left Dingy.
I took it with me.
To Puerto Rico?
Yeah!
I'm
I'm getting all the ladies. Yeah, you gotta have rhythm in Puerto Rico.
So you were just like... All right, that's how you get ladies in Puerto Rico.
It worked.
Okay.
You read his defense, right?
Yeah, I read it.
Yeah.
Here's why I asked you to give me Dingy. Bitch, kayfabe is dead. Like, kayfabe's dead. Like, your defense is that you were trying to keep kayfabe, so you were extra nice to these folks. Like, these dudes came to you saying, "Hey, I want to be a wrestler. How do I be a wrestler?" And you fucking kayfabed them, but you didn't kayfabe them. So I don't know, man. To be honest, I can see both scenarios playing out, where it was Velveteen Dream trying to be nice, but still trying to be a dick, but got bamboozled by these kids. And like Velveteen's story is true, but I could also totally see the other way that, you know, these kids are like, hey, yeah, this guy was a creeper. So, man, I really don't know what to believe. I honestly don't know what to believe, which story is true or not. Now, usually, and I think I've even said this on the air before here on our show, when it comes to matters of like sexual abuse, guilty until proven innocent. Right?
Court of public opinion is a motherfucker.
Exactly. I'm not a DA. I'm not somebody that knows Velveteen Dream.
You're not even a small-time pizza lawyer.
I am not. I'm none of this. So, I don't know. Like, I don't want to waste more time and energy and effort to try to figure out whether or not Velveteen was innocent or guilty, especially when he ain't even on my TV anymore. And I don't like, so what? Like, I don't have a personal connection with the dude. I don't know the guy. Who the fuck is Patrick Clark? I didn't watch Tough Enough when he was on there. I was like, okay, Velveteen Dream's a cool character in NXT, but you know what? There's plenty of other cool characters. Give me Dexter Lumis. All right, cool. Yeah, let's see Dexter Lumis. Okay, cool. You know, my relationship with Velveteen Dream is nil. Now, my relationship with fucking, you know, Dio Madden, T-Bar, whatever the fuck you want to call him, Brennan, you know? I'm like, cool. If something went down with him, I'd be all up in that shit. Like, wait, hold up, you know? Like, I want to know. You know, if one of the DZW guys made it to fucking NXT or you know, got to the Performance Center, man, I'd be all up in that because I know these people, right? I don't know Velveteen. And I don't have enough evidence other than he said, and that's it.
Or they said.
Yeah, he said, they said, yeah. So
I don't know.
I don't know, and I don't care that much.
Rule of thumb in my personal life when it involves business. For example, we were shorthanded at our branch one day, and a teller that I was working with, she bent down under the counter to pick something up, and when she stood back up, she busted her head open.
Aye.
And was bleeding.
Ooh.
And was dizzy.
Oh.
I had to walk into the back of the break room, broke out the first emergency kit, cleaned it up real good, you know, because, you know, I'm used to it. You know, and the first thing I told her as soon as she was able to see only one of me was, go home. I'll figure it out. Your position here won't exist if you as a person is not working.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Nakamura's like half Michael Jackson, half Freddie Mercury. If Velveteen Dream is channeling like the vaguest of Prince, awesome. But Velveteen Dream, as cool as the character is, won't exist if Patrick Clark, the human being, is in deep shit. So you clean up that shit. That way you can come back 100 and put all your effort into your job, the character you portray on television.
Yeah.
And I think him waiting too long just solidified the court of public opinion enough that even if he ends up being innocent for real, we're not going to, that 30 seconds of explanation that he's innocent is going to be in one ear out the other, because we're always going to have that first impression of that motherfucker's a creep.
Yeah.
You know, Ospreay nipped it in the bud enough that he's probably maybe the only guy from this Me Too movement that
survived.
That not survived. He was accused unjustly and was found his
as far as we know,
his penance. Yeah,
as far as we know, because there was other corroborating stories with other people
and
trying to clear his name.
And to a smaller extent, I think Matt Riddle, because Riddle had already told him up front that I got a stalker. She's gonna say some shit, and I want y'all to know before anybody knows. So WWE already knew the story before the first chapter was playing. And
there's like, even then with those two, with Riddle and Ospreay, there's still a little bit of, within the court of public opinion, you have to have a little bit of trust in what's again. He said, she said, he said, you know, because with Ospreay, it was like the other people that were in the promotion that basically discredited her. So, I mean, okay, you have more people on Osprey's side, but I don't know them motherfuckers.
Mm.
You know, so are all of them lying? Is Osprey going to, you know, that Booker and be like, hey man, you need to do me a solid. Go out and just say publicly, please, you know, even though it may not be true. So I don't know. And you know, man, we about to jump into some shit because I am not a scientist. I do not study coronavirus.
You work for Lyft.
I work for I do not know the fucking science behind the vaccines. But I went and got my fucking vaccine because I had to trust that the actual eggheads and the scientists that get paid to know and do all this shit have all come out and said, hey, do it. Yeah. So since I'm not a scientist, I have to trust the other scientists and trust that they're being truthful.
And not your Facebook friend that dropped out of high school and failed chemistry.
Exactly. Right? And that's
but he has the same amount of clout as the Fauci.
That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
So you got to really be able to discern who is telling the truth and who's not by just looking at track records, looking at degrees, looking who they are and what they actually do. In this case, there's no fucking expert that is chiming in and saying Velveteen did this, Osprey did this, Riddle did that. It's all like the suspect and the victim, and then people related to the suspects, right? So with Osprey, I'm like, okay, but it's always going to be a little bit in my back of my mind that maybe I got bamboozled and I'm trusting the wrong person. Mm-hmm. Same thing with Riddle. Velveteen, there's less of that. There's one less degree of that because it's just Velveteen versus the kids. Yeah. And that's it. Yeah, WWE conducted investigation, but WWE is a wrestling company. They're not fucking private detectives. They don't have a degree in law. They're not fucking police.
Yeah.
They put on a fucking TV show.
It's privatized. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, okay, because Vince thinks that he didn't do it. Okay. So there's no expert there. So I mean, I really just have to be like, I don't know. Maybe it happened. Maybe it didn't. You know?
Do you have any more or less fucks to give about the referee from NXT, Wirtz, that got let go?
Oh, I have zero fucks. See, with him, all that shit's out of his own mouth.
This caught on video and caught on audio.
And fucking his Twitter
and witnesses of him walking out of an actual Triple H meeting.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
Yeah. This isn't. No, it wasn't me. This is
Triple H is the Biden to the Trump we have now on Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
You know, you want to follow Trips.
The difference between me looking, actually judging this referee and not trying to not judge Velveteen and just saying, I don't know what Velveteen, instead of not saying, I don't know what this referee is. The motherfucker said it. It's not that it's obvious. He said it. And he still stands behind all these views that he has. He never came out and said, wasn't me. And didn't say, here's the timeline why it wasn't me. You know, like he's like, yeah, I'm this kind of guy. So I'm like, okay, well, fuck you. You know, like, that's a little bit easier.
Oh, man. Yeah. Maybe I might walk into a little bit of shit here too.
Okay.
It's one thing to have not a dissenting, but to have a different opinion.
Right.
There's people that like pineapple on their pizza, and I think they're weird as fuck.
Yeah.
But I don't stop them from eating pineapple on their pizza.
Yeah.
It's on them. Whatever they want to do is fine. Whatever makes them happy. There's a difference between having a dissenting, a different opinion, and just being like wrong. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna tell me 1,000 times that the sky is red and rats can fly. No, it does no. So it's just like it's one thing to be like, you know what? I have an opinion on this. I feel this way because of X, Y, Z. But if you're just standing there like you have the opinion that everything that you say is not opinion but fact, bruh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. He had to go.
This is where this ref and folks that are like this ref the problem that I see, and this is my opinion, is that they just have a lack of trust and they have trust issues. And again, going back to believing the scientists, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am not the one in the lab testing all this shit, but I trust that those people are doing what they have to do and they're doing their job right. The people that are saying, oh, well, they're going to, the vaccine is fucked up and, COVID isn't real and this and that. These people just have an issue with trusting the experts. They discredit the experts. They say they don't trust them.
Which even then, in the beginning, I told Travis and I told you, I was like, I'm going to let the pawns take the shot first.
Right.
I don't believe that. I do believe that it exists. But I don't want to.
Skepticism is healthy.
There's it's nothing wrong with skepticism.
Yeah.
But when you're openly alienating other people that are not making the decisions you're making, that's when you're fucking up. You can have whatever opinion you want, even if it's wrong. You've heard 370 episodes of our show. So there's one thing to have your belief, your opinion, your stance. But when you start pushing other people away from pushing other people down, so that they look up to you because you believe your stance is right, that's the problem.
Yeah.
And in a corporate world, that does not get tolerated at all.
Yeah.
And that's what it took.
Yeah.
And he gone.
So, yeah, in my opinion, it was a justified axing, firing, whatever. It was justified because of the actions. But it's also my opinion that his opinions are fucking bullshit, and I'm glad he's gone.
Yeah.
Right?
Two birds.
Yeah.
Was Adnan Virk's release justified?
No, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what was really going on there. Like, I can't say that I loved his commentary. I can't say that I hated his commentary. I thought he was aight. And I also thought, it's just been a couple of months.
7 weeks. Time. It wasn't even whole months.
So it was a month and 3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Like, let's give him a little bit of time, and I'm sure eventually he'll improve. Now, throw him on Raw, I'm not too sure about that, but like, okay, fine, whatever. I didn't hate the guy, but I was like, yeah. Now, was it an actual firing? See, I didn't look too far into this. Was it a firing?
It was probably a
mutual.
I don't think it was mutual because there was, from all accounts, if you're getting a job to work WWE Raw as the main commentator, you're expected to be there a while.
Yeah, I guess, but maybe the dude got there and was like, you know what, this isn't for me. Do you think that could have been it? Because I could see that being mutual. Him doing it for a month and a half.
He's noted on interviews that he is an actual fan of wrestling.
Okay.
So it couldn't have been the product itself. It's either two things. One is the piggyback of what you said. It might not be that he didn't like the job. I like my job. I like helping people with their financial problems. I hate red tape bullshit, fucking hoops on fire, shit that I got to do, ancillary stuff on the side that really don't mean jack shit to the A and B of helping people.
Okay, I feel you on
commentary,
that one.
If he needed seasoning, that's one thing. You got to fall off the bike a couple of times before you could finally get on two wheels.
Yeah.
But maybe having Vince on commentary all the time saying, hey, say this. Hey, push this over. Hey, don't say this term, say this. Don't say this, say this. And the part B to that is, again, it's been documented on the XFL 30 for 30. Mm-hmm. Vince is in one ear, the other producer's in the other. And if you're not cutting it after the first or second week, Vince will demote you or he'll get you out.
Yeah.
Just like the commentator from the XFL who was all gung-ho. It's like, dude, I went from podcasting to fucking commenting on the XFL. I'm going to be on NBC. I'm going to be on Fox. And on the second week, I'm demoted. The fuck? Yeah. Vince has that track record of being like, I hadn't seen him enough to get a vibe from him on how he would work on the team.
Yeah.
I've seen years ago when JR had the Bell's palsy attack, WWE wanted to hire Mike Goldberg from UFC. Yeah. The main play-by-play guy next to Joe Rogan. He was fucking solid as play-by-play during UFC fights. I saw enough of him. I've seen enough shows with him on it to be like, as just a straight and narrow, call it as you see it, play-by-play, that's a good fit. I hadn't seen a peep of Adnan Virk to even make an opinion.
Yeah.
They have this other guy coming that used to that starts this Monday. He did work for Bellator.
Okay.
And he also did some ESPN stuff. As a matter of fact, you probably missed it, but you might have heard it. The preview video they aired on NXT on Tuesday for the Balor Cross 2 fight. He's actually one of the guys speaking in that video.
Okay.
So I've gauged from the stuff I've seen of him, he'll be a better fit. But again, that all goes back to Vince McMahon's patience or lack thereof. If he doesn't think for his offer or off the wall or all over the place as Mauro Ranallo was, he was on SmackDown for months, and I guess part of what kept him around was because the fans in general liked his commentary.
Yeah,
I mean, and then NXT also.
I mean, you got to be able to actually do the job, but then you also got to be able to put up with or
give space for the others around you to do their job.
That too, but what I was gonna say is put up with the people that are making you do your job, right? Doing your job is one thing. Getting along with your coworkers, whether it's people under you, people lateral of you, or people on top, like that can make or break a job, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, it could have been Adnan was like, fuck Vince. Vince could have been like, fuck Adnan, or it could have been somebody else. I don't know, but I don't feel like I got enough of a fair shake with him, and I don't think that, like, from my judgment, like, he was bad enough to get the axe, right? Like, he didn't seem like he was ever lost, but I could tell he wasn't as polished as he could be.
And I don't even think it's polished. JR, Paul Heyman, Mauro Ranallo, even to a point, Kevin Kelly, they have a distinct voice and cadence that separates them from everyone else. If you were to hear a 10-second clip of someone's voice, you would know exactly who it was because of their accent or their cadence or their delivery. Yeah. I felt like hearing Adnan, he vocally sounded too much like one of us as opposed to somebody that's...
Oh my God. You petty commoners.
As opposed to somebody that had more polish or whatever. Like, I'm just rolling off the cuff. A lot of fans talk this way. Yeah. But you don't expect the fan rolling off the cuff to be the fucking lead announcer for Raw. They expect some kind of decorum. They expect some kind of bass in your voice. They expect some kind of, like, assertion when you talk. Or the way you enunciate certain things. Or your delivery to be like, oh, that's the reason why that guy's there. I never got that from Adnan. To the point where the last couple of weeks, Corey Graves, it felt like Saxton was always here. Yeah. Adnan was up here and Corey was right here. And then it got to the point that Corey was doing more and then Adnan was about as the same level as Saxton. Maybe Saxton even started, they were giving more to Saxton to do and Adnan's just like the third wheel. And you're paying all this money for an ESPN guy to be the third wheel?
Well, that might be the answer to my question, which I was going to say, which begs the question, why is Byron still there? But they probably have Byron on the cheap, whereas they took this guy from ESPN on the not cheap.
Yeah. Oh, because we lost such and such to AEW. We lost such and such by Kayla to fucking ESPN that we need to hire one of their guys. So, oh, God. Yeah. But I'm willing to give an open mind to this other guy. The name's like on the top of my tongue.
Don't get me lying.
We're trying to cram 8 weeks worth of news. Speaking of, what do you think about Ospreay? I wish Hector was here for this part. You know what's happening with Ospreay?
Yeah. He got his neck broken now. Yeah, after having the title, and now he's gonna be gone for a while, and that really sucks, man. I haven't watched the match. I heard it was super awesome. I love Ospreay and I love Shingo, and I really want to see it. I haven't seen it yet.
That shit was brutal.
So if you want to say that's match of the year worthy, I trust you.
We're not going all the way up there.
No, it's not. It's not that good.
It's good, but I wouldn't say it's the best match they have.
Okay, well, whatever. Yeah. But yeah, it sucks that he got the title.
But then words kind of go getting out that a lot of the Gaijin talent
Yeah.
is kind of unhappy about the whole state of how they're handling COVID.
Mm.
And that they don't know until the last minute whether they can go or whether they have to come back home from wherever they're taking the break at. You know, some of this show, whether Hector's here or not, was supposed to be a prediction episode about the Grand Slam wrestle show that they're supposed to have in the Tokyo Dome. The only match that's on the card on their website is blank, either Shingo or Ospreay against Kazuchika Okada for the title in a 60-minute match. So Okada has no opponent and literally no title match because the title's vacant.
Why wouldn't it be Shingo?
I don't know.
I mean, Ospreay's the one that's hurt. Why not Shingo? Like, I don't understand.
We'll figure it out when New Japan makes an announcement. They might want to put it up on the line for G1. Winner gets the title.
Oh, okay.
But there's literally no other matches announced at all. And partly of that is because the perceived handling of the COVID virus over there. Wrestlers hadn't gotten fully vaccinated yet. Okada had COVID last month. Couple of I think Desperado also had it. And some of the guys were just unhappy with the whole situation. But sucks for Ospreay, man. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
Empire was coming up. He got the belt. Nasty ass belt. But he got the belt, the Cody tattoo belt. But it's a shame, man. The intrigue makes me want to watch the wrestle show just to see what we're gonna get or how they're gonna handle it. Because they have to, by now, they have to have some kind of idea or plan B or fallback. Yeah. Especially with COVID going around, there has to be at least plan C, D, or E somewhere in the envelope stored in the main vault of New Japan offices, just in case of a situation like this. You know, you hate to see it happen, but you want to be prepared for it just in case it does.
Yeah, preparations A through G were not any good. So
now we're in X or whatever the Japanese equivalent of X would be.
I was going to say H, but yes. On the whole, preparation H feels good.
Depends where. You don't want to rub that on your teeth. Don't ask me how I know. We had this conversation the last time we recorded, and now we're going to have this we're going to revisit this. Is it time for pro wrestling to be back on the road full time?
I mean,
you got your vaccine.
I got my vaccine.
I got my vaccine.
You got your vaccine.
Half of the country has at least one shot so far.
Yeah,
either it's the Johnson or they're waiting for the second.
Are they? It's WWE, because let's focus on them. Is WWE? I know that they're going on the road, but are they limited capacity, or are they just saying y'all motherfuckers just come?
So I think they're adhering to whatever guidelines the state has. When I bought my tickets for my pre-sale tickets for SmackDown and Money in the Bank, which I successfully got, there were no separations, there were no bubbles, there was no we're only selling tickets in groups of 2, 4, or 8 or 6. It was free for all. Because again, Texas, red state, that's the game we're playing now. It's everybody pack arenas and bring your guns. That's the way we are now. All Yosemite Sam motherfuckers. So,
and all of y'all pregnant.
But you can't get rid of it.
Right. Right. So you stay pregnant.
Yeah. And we're not giving you any money.
That's how they up the attendance numbers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and then if you kill it, you're a felon. Oh, wait, if you're a felon, you can't vote. And if you can't vote, then MAGA. So I told you we're gonna be we've been stepping in this shit a lot tonight.
Yeah.
We've only been 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So it doesn't seem like there's any capacity where they're at so far. But that's probably the other reason why they didn't completely roll out the 28, because they're right now WWE just announced 28 shows. The first 3, they only announced the first 3, which was Houston, Fort Worth, Dallas, all in Psycho Town. Yeah. So, and Psycho Town, everything goes. It's fucking Fury Road around here. Yeah. So the next cities, Kansas City and Minneapolis, Minnesota, for Raw and SmackDown respectively, I think their leniencies are being lifted also. in general they're being lifted. All the tours are back on. The Green Day, Fall Out Boy, Weezer's coming. Fucking all the 80s rock bands, Def Leppard, they're gonna do that show also. Everything's back on schedule now since enough people got the shot apparently. Or states don't care.
Yeah. I mean, I get that you're going by the state guidelines and stuff, right? I think the optics of it aren't that great, right? But it's just the optics to the people that, like, half of the people that actually, care, right?
Can we split the blame around? Because not that we're trying to pick sides here, or that I'm trying to pick sides. We could throw the exact same amount of blame in AEW because this Sunday, in the other place that Bugs Bunny tried to saw off in Florida, they're going full 100 capacity for Double or Nothing. Yeah, after they had Machine Gun Kelly a couple of weeks ago, 100%, and it sold out. Yeah, so the blame goes around in general in the wrestling world. We're not just picking WWE. That's why a blanket statement in general.
Well, that's why I wanted to start with WWE.
MLW's doing shows in July. AEW's going back on the road in July.
TZW's been doing shows since November.
Ring of Honor is going to be in Maryland for their first pay-per-view next month in June. So it's like the floodgates are open for everybody in business. Yeah. Game Changers come in for that one promotion we're not going to talk about no more here because they did you dirty.
Yes.
But it just... In general, we're not picking any sides here. Just in general. Are we ready?
In general, I think. In general, I don't like the optics of it. We haven't yet figured out as a country how we're actually going to make sure that it's safe to open. Yeah, a lot of folks have their vaccines, right? Both of us sitting right here, we have our vaccines, okay? But it's not. Like, there's no way to prove that you actually do. There's no way to prove that I actually do.
It's kind of tying into your opinion earlier about the vaccine. You trust the people that make the vaccine as opposed to people that don't know what the hell they're talking about. Right. I can't trust the people that I don't know in these arenas as opposed to if I'm just staying at home with you and Trav and Scott and Paisley. Yeah. Here.
Yeah. That's the thing, man. Like, if it's like, what are we at now? I think the last time I heard was 40%. I imagine that we're higher than that. Like 40% of the population is fully vaccinated or something.
Or at least somewhat vaccinated.
All right. If it's fucking 40%, but you have the arena open at 100%, how many of them motherfuckers are all COVID-y? Like, and I'm not afraid of them being COVID-y because I got the vaccine. But, like, they're still spreading it around with each other. That's not good for the population as a whole.
I'm still skeptical that the vaccine that is in us, even though they're made separately, either one of them might not be good enough for the variants that are out now.
That is a concern. That is a concern. Yeah. What, you got Pfizer?
No, J&J.
Oh, and I got the Moderna. Yeah. So those two are very different.
Yeah. No clots yet.
Well.
But after PR, I had a good run.
I mean, there's a reason why you didn't wear most of those shirts before tank tops.
I know, right? Yeah, I'm losing. It's the shot. Damn it.
Portia's in the live chat. Mm-hmm. Hi, Portia.
It's cautious because they're not WWE in general not doing house shows.
Right.
It's something that we've talked about before where I think it adds exclusivity to your product if it isn't so available all the time everywhere. Keep in mind, before BC, in religious times, before COVID, AEW was having just as much attendance to their live shows, if not more, than actual WWE Raw and SmackDown. Half of the bottom level was taped off. All the top levels taped off. Yeah. Right now, most of the top level for Money in the Bank is taped off, but they're almost selling out to the point that they might release more seats. Here for SmackDown, they didn't release the upper level at all. So it could be just as packed as it was for TakeOver, which the TakeOver War Games, which was not even 20% full. So there's still skeptics out there that might not be ready for this, which is why they're holding off to the last minute, and that adds to, again, credence to what we've already had. I've bought at least 3 tickets to concerts last year, And thankfully, I was able to get refunds for all of them. But since they rescheduled the dates, they didn't refund people. And I think some customers don't want to have that experience.
Yeah.
So they're not going to put that money up front unless they know the show is going to happen.
Yeah, man, it's a sticky situation because I understand people want to make money, right? Because we're also cutting, the benefits around employment. Some of those people probably work in the fucking arenas and work in the show industry, right? Concessions, shit like that. Yeah. So it's like, all right, cool. This is the fucking domino effect of what's going on here. Like, all right, well, y'all bastards are mooching off of unemployment, so let's take away unemployment. That way your ass can get to work. Well, the reason why we're not getting to work is because COVID's still going on.
People are still getting sick.
Yeah, people are still getting sick. COVID's still going on because you motherfuckers didn't want to wear your mask. So now we need a rush. But now, even though we're rushing, you're not complying with
the carousel keeps going to the same spot. I've been here. Oh, I've been here too.
I think we still need a few more months before we do this. And the people that are holdouts, because the vaccination rate isn't going as fast as it did when, March, February, things like that. Vaccination rate was like, as soon as we could put them in arms, we're putting them in arms. But now it's like we're struggling to actually get people to actually come and get them.
Did you know New York is having a lottery for everyone that does the vaccination, that they're entered for $1 million?
Yes.
Did you get that chance?
No.
Neither did I.
No. I had to fucking drive 3 hours away 2 times because it was in such high demand when I got it at the time. Yeah.
And even us as wrestling fans, you know how bad we want it. Thunderdome's not working.
Yeah.
Empty arenas isn't working.
Yeah.
MLW and the quinceañera ain't working.
Yeah.
You want as close to authenticity as possible. But then you look around and you remember before COVID that you had idiot fans jumping into the ring.
Yeah.
Doing stupid shit. You had stupid ass fans walking down the ramp next to the fucking shield. And then I'm watching basketball last night and there's a fan that spits on Trae Young. And then there's another fan that pours popcorn on Russell Westbrook because he got injured and their team and the Nets lost.